What's up, guys? It's Titi here, and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be here as always. I'm always looking forward to reading with you guys. I hope you're doing well. I know it's so much going on around us these days, and it's like things are moving so fast, but we have to take it easy on ourselves, right? We have to still take it one step at a time to avoid getting burnt out or whatever it is. But I hope you guys are doing well. If you are new here, my name is Titi, and I just come here and read to you guys while you sit down and with your cup of tea or some popcorn and listen to me. And we just don't read any book, we read books that empower us, books that help us embrace ourselves, every part of ourselves, as we, go through our healing journey. It's never easy. I honestly, one thing that I've learned lately is that you have to keep working on yourself. It never stops. It just wouldn't stop. By the time you think about, oh, okay, I've worked on myself on this part, and then you just see something else about yourself and you're just like, okay. And if thankfully you're self-aware enough to recognize it, even better, because now you're able to like recognize that part of you that you need to work on. So we recently just finished this book. You can catch up on the other episode. Is called The Way of the Priestess by Sarah Coxon. This was a really good read, and I'm sure like people who also like read this with us can attest to that. It was really a good read. And now we started reading The Divine Feminine Energy. And so the last episode we stopped at page 7, and we're going to start with page 8 today, which it says the ancient roots of the divine feminine. Now, after we read a few pages, I go ahead to read some oracle cards for you, just for guidance, because why not? Why not? All right, so get your popcorn, get your cup of tea, and sit back, relax, and I'll read to you. All right, so let's start. The ancient root of divine feminine. So the divine feminine isn't a new concept. Even before there was a term for this energy, it always has been. It's, it's primordial. Come through history and you will find that it's always been honored in some way. As humans realized long ago the sacredness and influence of this force, even in the ancient times, people were aware of the power responsible for creation and fertility, and they represented it with using the image of the great mother goddess. Many societies and religions from past epochs highly regarded the great mother. Before there was a change in philosophy, this was the norm. The patriarchal religions elbowed their way to the forefront of human consciousness. These religions and philosophies used such brute force in their takeover that they successfully made divine feminine a forgotten concept. Before the masculine took over, priestesses were more prominent in religious affairs, rituals, etc. Women were revered as the bastions of excellence in the spiritual realm of life's affairs, and there was unmistakable peace in society, unparalleled by whatever has been the most peaceful culture or time under the patriarchy's rule. Things remained blissful under warrior societies, slowly but surely grew. Examine ancient societies, religion, and cultures, and you'll find they honored the mother archetype in the form of Mother Earth, depicting her in various art forms and telling stories and myths about her. That's a far cry from today's reality, with the prominent three religions, Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, being centered on the worship of a masculine god. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that noise, um, but I'm sorry if you can hear it. I can hear it. It's bothering me a little bit. So we have Gaia. The ancestors through the ancestors thought of the earth as the divine feminine in physical form, seeing it as a female being that continues to give and sustain life. The way they saw it, the earth gives life by nurturing plants, which animals depend on. Predators may feast on prey fed by plants. Your ancestors understand that the mother alone was responsible for the relentless flow of life, and that when plants and animals die, they return to her only to be born again. In other words, the divine feminine is about the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. The world, there will be no ecosystem without Great Mother Earth. She is the ultimate life giver, nurturer, and healer. Creation and destruction are in her hands, both essential to life's continuation. But where precisely was the idea of the earth as a mother first documented? The first reference to this idea is in the writing of the ancient Greeks, who referred to the divine feminine as Gaia, the mother of creation and the earth goddess. In the 7th century BCE, according to the Greeks, all life began with only three divine beings: Chaos, Gaia, and Eros, with Gaia being the mother of every divine being. All right. Head over to Austria and you'll find one of the oldest representation of the divine feminine in Willendorf, Venus of Willendorf. Historians believe she was crafted between 25,000 and 20,000 BCE. Back in the Paleolithic epoch, the sculpture may be small, being only 4.3 inches in height, but her significance to the people stands immeasurable far above and beyond the height. The figure has no face. She has an overhanging stomach acting as a proof over a prominent pubic region. Above a belly are large breasts. Hmm. I can show you guys a picture in this book because of YouTube guidelines. Together, these features represent life, pregnancy, birth, and fertility. This scripture is faceless to shift the focus to her body, which signifies everything about life, and the figurines from the Paleolithic time as there are feminine ones, clarifying the society of time was m- was matriarchal. Wait, matriarchal. Okay. I hope I didn't butcher that, guys. I hope I did not butcher that. Anyway, let's keep going. The Sleeping Lady is another illustration of the Divine Mother in Neolithic burial ground in Malta. Its precise location is the Gal Saflani Hypogeum, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. She disappeared as a woman with corpse, fast asleep on the bed lying on her side. Historians and scholars believe she is connected with the eternal sleep of death because the feature was discovered at a burial site, which was seen as the goddess of regeneration, reigning, reigning, re, wait, reigning supreme over the process of birth, death. Wait, sorry guys, reigning supreme over the process of birth, death, and rebirth. That was like I had to put it together. Sorry. Okay. It's also hypnotized or hypothesized. Okay, it's also hypothesized that she was revered at a time when people were transitioning from hunting and gathering to farming, cultivating their crops, enabling them to remain in one spot rather than live a nomadic life. This switch is in lifestyle came with its attendant issues, which would have put an end to their livelihood if they hadn't addressed it. So it was natural that they turned down the divine feminine, who they knew could help them with cultivation and procreation. The cycladic female, you guys, I am hanging on to my dear life here for to what is it called? To pronounce some of these words, so help me here. The cycladic female dip, deposition of the Divine Mother differs from the previously mentioned goddess, as she isn't voluptuous. Looking at her belly, you can see a gentle swell, indicating pregnancy. This figure has her hand folded beneath her breast, a pose reminiscent of other images from Cyprus, Palestine, Syria, and other Eastern Mediterranean regions. In those times, people died much more often and younger than presently. Because of this high mortality rate, the people sought the favor of Mother Goddess through these statues, asking her to protect and keep them safe. Okay, so we are we're almost done reading. The snake goddess of Crete. The snake goddess from the Knossos palace is from circa 1600 BCE. This portrayal of the goddess was revered by the people of Crete, specifically those in the ancient Minoan civilization. She's different from the previous iteration of Mother God because her design is much more intricate. Her sensuality is undeniable as she's dressed in a fancy skirt and her breasts bare, both symbolizing the nourishment of breast milk, fertility, and sexuality of the feminine. She has a snake in her neck she has a snake in her hand, and for good reasons, since snakes are connected to the underworld, regeneration, and healing. The Minoans held women in high regards in society and religious matters, and their life was built on an impressively organized system with agriculture, where agriculture was efficiently handled. Okay. Ancient Egyptians had a plethora of female goddesses. This expression of the divine feminine were the bastions of order, mortality, conception, fertility, values, etc. Math was about maintaining the harmony of the cosmos. She was the embodiment of justice, balance, and truth. Math's followers believed that when they pass on, the weight of their heart would be measured against that of the ostrich feather she wore on her head. Those whose heart were at light at Matt's father's could pass over to the paradise ruled by Os- Osiris. I guess that's what it's called. Why should you connect with the divine feminine? You don't need to subscribe to certain religious beliefs to benefit from the divine feminine energy flowing in your life. It is helpful to know because you can get to transform your life right now. You should want the touch of the divine mother in your life for the following reason. You will experience increased intuition which will never steer you where you want to go and away from the danger or anything that doesn't serve you. You become a more compassionate person, which opens up to experiencing personal and care for others too. You will learn to relax and trust life more. It's a necessary gift in a world designed to give you more reasons to be anxious and insecure each day. The divine feminine will teach you how to relax and receive and manifest your dreams by energetically aligning with your desires rather than using brute force. You will be more in tune after life, which will help your creativity. Your awareness and allowance of divine feminine energy will lead you to find a balance between the feminine and the masculine. As a result, you will be in touch you will be in a much more powerful position than others. Hmm. That is like so so interesting. Hmm. And it's so true. And I can tell you how, like, when I started connecting with my my feminine side, like, I can tell you how I've been much more creative, and even like, coming here to record, talk to you guys. This is all part of it, right? This is all part of literally, like, the whole journey thing. And I I recognize that. I really recognize that. Okay, let's see. Your awareness and allowance of divine feminine energy will lead you to find a balance between the feminine and the masculine. As a result, you will be in a much more powerful position than others, equipped to change your life as needed because you have the direct action of the divine masculine and the intuitive guidance and magnetism of the divine feminine. By exploring and interacting with the mother energy, you will develop an intuitive comprehension of spiritual matters. Why does that matter? It's because everything in life comes from spirit. So if you can track the code by finding the balance between both polarities, you will have a life you will have a life you love more and more each day. Once more, nothing about the divine feminine or divine masculine has to do with gender. So it's best not to tie it to specific affairs, which are of no consequence in the ultimate reality of life. That would be reductive. Spirit isn't about the good things. While many combat the idea of the divine feminine by arguing its feminism wearing a new mask, they are absolutely incorrect. Also, the divine feminine isn't an excuse for people to push their borderline fanatical ideologies, whether or not multiple genders or being non-binary is valid. Never mind that non-binary automatically creates a binary. Some people have attempted to weaponize the divine feminine by labeling it an attack on their religion or an attempt to encourage females to answer to the red pill movement that is just as toxic. Once more, the divine feminine and divine masculine are not about the spirituality immature debates. Knowledge of this energy, which exists in every person and everything, the integration will create the possibility for a much more harmonious life than what humans have had to contend with in a recent history. If everyone was to learn to find the balance between these divine polarities, they would quickly realize how moot certain debates and conversations are. Humans are much more than their sexualities, genders, or how they identify. You too will be empowered by understanding the truth about the divine feminine. You can connect with the goddess within and see for yourself how your life changes exp- expon- exponentially for the better. So, prompts to connect with the divine feminine. Can you recall a moment in life or a dream where you felt the nature of the divine feminine energy powerfully expressed through creativity, intuition, nurturing, or any other of these qualities? The prompt number two is based on the qualities of the divine feminine explained earlier in this chapter. Could you think of three ways to promote the flows of the divine feminine energy each day? All right, so guys, that we're gonna stop there. I think that's page 13, 15 actually. Okay, so we are gonna stop there, and then we'll continue the next episode, of course. But I gotta read your oracle cards for you. But first, I need to um, put a note down. Okay, so I have some oracle cards here, and the first one says, "Sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answer you have been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It's not much longer." And then we have this that says, "What areas of your life are you avoiding? Are they are they causing you upset, worry, disrupted sleep? If so, they are the areas you need to focus on as much as you don't want as much as you don't want to, it is necessarily. Tackle your demons head on. Don't allow the rules to you for a second longer." And then we see that you are on the brink of a breakthrough that you have patiently been waiting for. A situation is about to come full circle. The lessons have been learned. This is a win-win situation for you. Trust that we are working behind the scenes to ensure the best outcome for you. It is time to hit the reset button, clear out the old so that room is available for the new to enter. Trust that better things are coming fast. Prepare to move to the next phase of your love life. This is your rebirth. Welcome to this beautiful home. Hmm. This beautiful brand new energy. You've got this. You have got this. I just want to tell you that you've got it. It's not easy, of course. Like so many things happening around us, so many, many, many things. And anyway, I'm just gonna shuffle like some of the stickers and get some stickers for you. I'm not sure if that's too loud, but I hope it's not. And if it is, I'm so sorry. Okay, we have I sought the Lord and he heard me and delivered me from all of my fears. And that is Psalm 34 4. And okay, so we have find something you love and do it forever. Find something you love and do it forever. Guys, I'm so horrible with singing. Oh my gosh. The best is yet to come. And that's literally like what was in your oracle cards. The best is yet to come. You need to believe it. You need to believe it. So I got this one. It says, bring love and rainbow through through all life. Okay, through all life. And then we have from where your treasure is, there your heart will also be. Because of course, where my heart's gonna be if my treasure somewhere else. My heart gonna be where my treasure is. Everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. Take it easy. Be the energy you want to attract. Be the energy you want to attract. ASAP. We have every journey of 1,000 miles starts with a steadfast start with a step, not a step. I don't know where I got that from. But anyway, guys, so that will be all today for today's reading. I hope that you were able to get one or two things. Also, I want to see if um making shorter video is better. I want to see. I'm trying to compare, like, because I have longer videos actually, you know. But let me know. I hope you guys take care of yourself. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button, and then turn on your post notification. That way, if I post, then you see it. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. Take care of yourself, and bye bye now.